Well, it's still marrying season on Married at First Sight, and the bride, Bec, walked down the aisle to meet her match, Danny. But that moment, of course, wasn't without drama, with Bec recognising one of Danny's groomsmen. Here we go.
Has anyone ever told you look like, what's his name? Channing Tatum?
He gets it all the time.
Have you seen that stripper that's making heaps of money?
That's him.
Was that you?
That's him, yeah.
You slept with my friend the other night. I'd heard you didn't bring her after, so...
Ouch.
How about just getting up and doing a tight 5 minutes at the top of the aisle?
Yes, exactly.
Just roasting people.
So good. And
Amazing.
to unpack the night that was, Bec joined us now live from Adelaide.
Bec,
Round of
incredible,
applause, Bec. That
incredible.
was very good.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
What an entrance you made.
Oh, thanks. I watched it last night. I was like, oh gosh, that's pretty confronting. Like, poor Will.
Yeah.
Was that just out of nerves? What was that? What was the energy going on for you there?
Look, it was a scary time. I've got to be honest with you. You know, you're walking down the aisle to marry a stranger, and you know, I walked up and Danny had 6 men as his his guests, and one of them was the world's most famous stripper, and he had slept with my friend 2 weeks before that, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? It was hilarious.
Well,
So what did that mean then? You know, that was the start of your wedding. So what did that? You know, did you then put your guard up?
Yeah, my guard was definitely up. I think walking down the aisle and seeing, you know, just men and a stripper who's very well known definitely put my guard up. I wanted to 100% like come into this and be, you know, it was serious for me. I believed in this experiment. I do believe in this experiment. So walking down the aisle and seeing a bunch of men was a bit confronting.
Sure. And the stripper you expected to see at the hens. You know what I mean? Not expected to see it
at
right
the
there.
wedding.
At
Well,
the
he
wedding.
wasn't there to do a dance for you. And now Danny, then in the vows, he says that if he was in jail, he'd want you to get him out of jail. And then that didn't go down well.
No, I think, and everyone's sort of taking it a lot out of context and whatnot, you know, online and stuff like that. For me, I have come into this experiment and I, you know, was really, really serious about it. And I think that having walked down the aisle, seen a stripper, seen just guys, no family, no women there, and then Danny saying, you know, if I get arrested, can you bail me out? It kind of made me go, whoa, are you serious about this? This is your wedding vows. Like, what are you talking about? But I honed in on one part of those vows and didn't probably listen to the rest of them. So, you know, my bad definitely for overreacting.
No, I get where you're coming from with that. I think that people need to take a step back. This is, even though it's TV, it's a heightened TV. There's real people going through real things. Before all that, though, you were sort of put on the back foot with Gia. Let's get back to the hens for a second there, because she was giving you some serious side-eye, and she was certainly coming in to dominate. We spoke to her yesterday. She seemed nice when she was here.
She called you her arch nemesis.
She did say that you were her arch nemesis. What do you think about this? Is there going to be some beef coming up?
Guys, buckle up. Buckle up.
Whoa.
Yeah, there is definitely. The nation will be divided. Some people will be on Gia's side and some people will be Team Bec. I think that we all have to remember that this is a group of women who've never met before coming together, and in real life, everyone's not going to get along. But Gia and I certainly do not get along. We still don't.
What is it? Why do you clash?
I think for me, I would, you know, I wish Gia well, put it that way. You know, I don't wish any ill on her, but I think that we are fundamentally very, very different people. I personally would never comment about people's looks. You know, I actually complimented her at the hens party. I said that her personality wasn't for me, but she was beautiful. But, you know, I don't get around, you know, talking about women's looks and stuff. I've gone through a transformation myself, and yeah, it was. I just could tell that she thought that that she was above everyone, and that for me just doesn't work. You know, we walked in and we were a girl gang, and everyone was happy, and then she walked in and the vibe changed.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. Danny reassured you that he was there for the right reasons. So you put your guard down at that point. So do you think now, you know, at first sight here, that the experts have done a good job?
Definitely. I definitely think the experts had done a good job at the end of the night. He could deal with my banter. He could, you know, he was giving it back to me. He made me laugh. You know, his friends were beautiful. I judged a book by its cover a little bit. You know, it's a really, really crazy sort of experience to go through, walking your father walking you down the aisle to a stranger. You know, but I do think that by the end of the night, I was quite chuffed, to be honest with you.
You came around to Danny, but you couldn't quite get past that brooch. What was the issue with the brooch?
Oh, yeah, I'd had a couple of glasses of champagne by that point, but I am unapologetically, authentically me. And I know that that's really divided people, but the brooch just wasn't my vibe. Like, you're wearing diamantes on your on your suit. Like, what are you doing? I just, you know. But as time goes on, you'll see that I fully support, and I ended up buying him all his brooches, you know, for all of his dinner party looks.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
You went brooch mad.
Yeah.
So the chemistry was a massive point of contention during the honeymoon, though, because you both, you know, it seemed a little disconnected there, and it brought up some insecurities for you. Do you want to work through that, and do you think you'll be able to work through it with Danny?
Yeah, that was really hard to watch last night.
Right. Why is that?
It had me in tears. I think because, you know, I have worked so hard on myself. I've lost, you know, at this point in time, I've lost 28 kilos, 27 kilos, and I'm going into Married at First Sight. For the first time in my life, I was proud of myself. I felt beautiful, and I felt like he wrote me off straight away. He took me for a ride. He took the car for a ride, and then the next day was like, see you later. No, and that's hard. That's hard to deal with, you know. It's rejection.
Yeah.
It's rejection without trying.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, you know, the pressure cooker of this show, but then also, you know, it's national television.
It is. It's real life, you know. I get it. It's a TV show, but I'm a real human being. Danny's a real human being. G is a real human being with feelings and thoughts, and we're living this life for the first time, and this is actually the first time we've all filmed a reality TV show as well about love. It's intense, and, you know, you're going to see a lot of authentic, unapologetically Bec Zachariah behaviour, to be honest with you, and that was a real moment. It was hard.
What about
it hurt.
What about the other men on the show? Can you give us an insight to them?
Sure. I mean, you've got. I'll talk from experience of who I am friends with. Luke, Farmer Luke. That gorgeous, gorgeous man. He's a beautiful human being. You've got some intruders that come in that are amazing, and I'm not allowed to talk about them, but you wait. You have Chris, who's very controversial.
Yeah.
But since rapping, Chris has moved states and done a lot of work on himself, so I'm hoping that he can show everyone his true, you know, authentic self.
Well, his bride last night didn't kiss him at the altar, which he was not happy about.
Most displeased about, yes.
Well, he was.
And it was quite awkward, wasn't it?
Okay on camera, but not so okay. When the
Yes.
camera, he didn't know was on. You know what, Bec? I think you're going to be a real truth teller this season.
Yes.
I look forward to speaking to you again, because I feel like you talk a lot about authenticity, and I think you talk the talk and walk the walk. And so we look forward to catch up with you again. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Good luck, Bec. See you soon.